Good afternoon. This is the world news on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. I am Ibrahim Onigbinde. Here are the top stories. President Tinubu directs immediate implementation of tax policy reform recommendations. EFCC chairman orders staff to declare assets. In business, reps summoned CBN governor over decision lifting forest ban on 43 items. On the foreign scene, where Buakai in presidential election runoff. In sports, Manchester United end vital first Champions League win as Arsenal Madrid win away. Details of these are more coming up shortly. Welcome back. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday directed the immediate implementation of recommendation of a report on the quick win achievement of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee. Special Advisor on Media and Publicity Ajuri Ngilali disclosed this to journalists after a meeting between the President and the committee at Aso Villa, Abuja. He said President Tinubu gave the directive when chairman of the committee, Taiwo Oyedele, presented the report. Ngilali said the President also directed Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, to commence the implementation of all recommendations across ministries, agencies, and departments of the federal government. Speaking to reporters after submitting the report, Oyedele disclosed that the government target is to cut down the long list of officially collectible taxes and levies which currently exceed 60 into a much more manageable single-digit number. Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria will soon start reaping the benefit of a tough decision taken by his administration. The president spoke on Tuesday at the Green Economy Summit in Minna, the capital of Niger State. Represented by Minister of State for Agriculture, Sabi Abdullah, President Tinubu said that he is aware of all the difficulties occasioned by some of the tough decisions that have to be taken by his government. The president, however, stressed that the economic policies rolled out by his administration will soon start yielding results. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, says African nations must prioritize peace to achieve sustainable development and protection of human rights. Speaking during a general debate at the ongoing 147th Assembly of the Inter-Parliament Union (IPU) in Luanda, Angola, Akpabio said law must be intentionally made to foster social cohesion and address the root causes of conflict in Africa. In a statement by the media aide Annette Ekong, the Senate President said the world must urgently find a solution to the crisis between Russia and Ukraine and the conflict between Israel and Palestine. The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC), Ola Olukoyede, has directed personnel to the Commission to declare that assets in line with civil service regulation and procedure. The EFCC spokesperson, Dele Oyewale, said in a statement that Olukoyede gave the directive at the Commission headquarters in Abuja on Tuesday. The EFCC chairman called on the staff of the Commission to pay more attention to the basis of fighting economic and financial crimes. Olukoyede also charged personnel to be professional through in their engagement with in integrity and non-partisan. He warned those compromising the works and position to desist from much conduct and their consequences await every unsavory tendency. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Joseph Utstave, has expressed the readiness of the federal government to strategically use water resources to boost food production and enhance food security in the country. He made the promise during his visit to the Ogun-Osun River Basin Development Authority and the Oyo Dam in Ogun State, reacting to the personnel flooding in parts of the Ogun and Lagos states as a result of release of water from the Oyo River. The minister frowned upon the way people build indiscriminately on water plants, but promised to work with the state government concerned to address the situation. The minister promised to use water resources to ensure food security, abundance, and alleviation of poverty among Nigerians. 4 governors in the southwest region on the Tuesday paid a visit to their Ondo State counterpart, Rotimi Akeredolu, in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The governors were Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos, Biodun Oyebanji of Ekiti, Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State, and Seyi Makinde of Oyo. Governor Akeredolu has been working from Ibadan since he returned to, to Nigeria after a 3-month medical leave in Germany. Taking to his official X handle, the governor expressed delight to host his colleagues. A former chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), Professor Atairu Jega, has called for a probe into why the presidential poll results failed to upload to the INEC result viewing portal. Speaking in a television interview on Tuesday, Jega said as a former chairman of the commission, he can relate to many of the challenges faced during the general election. The former INEC chairman said the interrogation should not just be done in-house by INEC, but in a very transparent manner. He noted that the beavers that was developed to replace the card reader is of significant value to the electoral process. You are listening to the world news on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, still to come in business, foreign and sports. Welcome back to the rest of the news. In business and economy news, the House of Representatives has summoned Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Yemi Cardoso, over the decision to lift the forest ban on 43 items. The lower legislative chamber passed the resolution to summon the CBN governor during plenary on Tuesday, following the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance by a lawmaker from Katsina, Sada Soli. The summon comes amid high volatility in the forest market following the unification of all trading windows into the investors and exporters window. While moving the motion, Soli said the decision may lead to the closure of factories and ultimately erode the nation's capacity to build a country's local economy. Cardoso and other stakeholders are to appear before the House Committee on Regulatory Banking, Finance and Customs. On the foreign scene, Liberia's presidential election will go into a runoff next month following a photo finish between President George Weah and his main rival, Joseph Boakai, where who is seeking a second term in office got 43.8% of the vote, and closest rival and former Vice President Mr. Boakai received 43.4%. Announcing the result on Tuesday, the head of the Electoral Commission, Davida Bromin, said the runoff will hold on November 14. In the world of sport, in the exciting world of sport, Harry Maguire scored a second half winner as Manchester United overcame FC Copenhagen to claim all 3 points in the UEFA Champions League group stage encounter at Old Trafford on Tuesday. The England defender was on hand to convert Christian Eriksen's cross to give the Red Devils their first victory in the Champions League this season. Andre Onana ensured the victory was sealed with a last-minute penalty saved after midfielder McTominay gave out the penalty in the second consecutive matches. Arsenal scored either side of halftime to secure a 2-1 win over Sevilla in Spain, with Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus the scorer. Another result, Real Madrid beat Braga 2-1 in Portugal. Same scoreline as recorded between Inter Milan and Salzburg. Napoli won 1-0 in Germany against Union Berlin, while Galatasaray lost at home 3-1 to Bayern Munich. To end the world news, a quick recap of the major stories. We told you President Tinubu directed immediate implementation of tax policy reform recommendation. EFCC chairman ordered staff to declare assets. In business, we told you the rep summoned CBN governor over decision lifting forest ban on 43 items. On the foreign scene, we said George Weah Boakai in presidential election runoff. In the world of sport, Manchester United earned vital first Champions League win as Arsenal Madrid won away. The World News was edited and produced by Abidat. With for more news and updates, you can follow us on our social media on www.facebook.com Facebook.com/Al-IyamoyeTV and radio. On X platform, formerly Twitter, at Al-IyamoyeTV and on Instagram at Al-IyamoyeTV. You can also stream live by logging to our website at www.aliyamoyetvradio.com. You just listening to the world news on Al-IyamoyeTV and radio. And I am Ibrahim Onigbinde. Good afternoon.